going on, guys? We're gonna be doing a Bellular video. What's going on? What is even going on anymore? Assume it's about 9.1 in World of Warcraft, and I just think it's a funny title, so we're gonna watch it.
So, of course, this is identical to tier sets.
Yeah,
where there's 5 slots and you need one of them. It's the same as tier sets.
Yeah, so obviously this is one thing that I didn't even know until recently. The set bonus activation requires a specific piece.
Yes,
I hadn't heard that anywhere.
Dakor was saying that in his guide writing for us.
Yeah, so I saw. I checked it out on Warhead earlier today when I was writing this up, and yeah, you need one specific piece of gear if you want the set bonus.
Wait, what the fuck? Why? Why? That makes no sense. Especially because there's Frost, Unholy, and Blood, right? For the runes. But each different role would want different types of runes, and it may change based on your class. I don't know specifically all of the bonuses off the top of my head, but why the hell do you have to have shoulders? Maybe shoulders are really accessible for warlocks, but they're shit for I don't know, mages or whatever. That's stupid. No, I guess it wouldn't be because it's not class specific for the drops. But I don't know. It's dumb. All right. I guess it's like super high end. Maybe you want this instead of that, but it's just I don't know. That seems stupid. That you would have to have that item drop because there was like 2 items last patch that I could not get to drop. So if that's the one that I need for my set bonus to activate, even though I have the other 4 pieces, I don't know. That's stupid.
That you want active to be active. So if you want the unholy bonus,
Why?
yeah, if you want the unholy bonus, which is the Shadowmourne effect of the boosted stat, you need a domination helmet, and then 3 unholy gems across your other gear. For Frost, for the DPS proc, you need the shoulders. And then if you want the healing one, which I imagine a lot of tanks that are pushing will likely want, I'm not super sure, because it has the lifesteal component, then you're going to want a chest piece. Which means that, to be fair, you're likely going to get this stuff fairly handy compared to the speed at which you get Stygian Embers to get the actual Shards of Domination, because that's all in a week.
So what are the chances that everyone in Mythic Plus just goes for the DPS bonus? Like, you just have a whole group. It's just everybody wants the DPS shit, and the other 2 are completely useless.
Weekly kill X bosses, get X shards thing, or X Stygian Embers. So there is like a progression time, where it means it's not going to be a massive deal, but it fundamentally means that. I mean, the best way is what I wrote down earlier, which is saying, if you want the Frost set bonus, but the shoulders don't drop for you for a week, too bad.
Yeah.
You have to choose between wasting your weekly currency on shards that either you can't fully use the set bonus yet. So if you upgrade your Frost shards because you want the Frost one in the future because it's better for you, but then no shoulders, you can't use it. You can use the shards, but you don't get the set bonus.
Yes.
So then the optimal thing for you to do right now, or right at that moment, would be to buy and upgrade the shards for the set bonus you do have access to. Because, say, the helmet rolled for you this week, but the shoulders didn't. You can use Unholy for the next raid progression week, and spend your shards there, or spend your embers there, or spend them for Frost. And then, there you go. Look.
Yeah.
Shards are gems, right? When he's talking about shards, he's talking about gems, right?
Look, you've rolled the dice. It's rolled wrong, and now you have a difficult decision to make. Whether do I spend my stuff for bonus now or bonus later? And because, and here's the fucking best part.
I don't care.
Stygian Embers are not just farmable; they are on a weekly lockout.
Yeah.
Which, much like the Valor seasonal cap, it means if you have progression at like any speed in mind, you can use them wrong and not refund them.
Yeah.
which means that you, based on what piece of loot you get for the first week or two, you can get scuffed.
Yeah.
And it's also it wouldn't be a problem if there's a master loot, because then you could just, you know, oh hello, I'm Frosty Boy, can I have my shoulders please? Yeah, sure. Unholy Boy will get his helmet next.
Yeah, man.
I really, really, really would like to sit down with the person who designed the system and have a little chat. I'd love to.
Oh yes, I think many people in the World of Warcraft community would love to sit down with the individual responsible for the specific details of this thing's implementation, because this is a massive thing and it's like why we were excited about this near the start. You know, we're like, oh yeah, cool. You know, just get some little things, upgrade them, carry them our gear, happy. But then you see the actual implementation, and it's just like
This
it's
makes me
made
sad,
by an
dude.
alien.
Yeah.
You're like, how did you guys possibly cock up something so simple?
I'm going to say this.
Which is now why, you know, I was playing up. I mean, I did actually get this coffee for a reason. I was sort of playing up being half asleep.
Yeah.
But it does... it's just that thing of, you know, as soon as you get into... you know, it reminds me of a scene from Star Trek, the original series, where the lads go back in time. And Kirk is, like, making up this really convoluted twist in whatever card game they're playing. He's like, I don't know, the gangsters or whatever. And he's like, oh, yeah, you know, you do this and this and this. And the rule is that, but only if you flip this and do that. But only on a Wednesday. So it's the whole thing of like, oh, okay. Like, Kirk's whole point was that he was making it seem so convoluted and silly.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it feels like that when, you know, it's like the optimal way is to do all of this, and then you tell me, oh, if I do it wrong, it's seasonal capped currency, and I'm just like, oh, take me away.
Yeah.
Take me away from here.
Yeah. And what I'm gonna say, I don't think this is
It's annoying, but it's not, I guess, the end of the world. As long as it's, I don't know, where do you get domination sockets from? Can it be put on any gear? And you just have to farm new ones? Like, I don't know. Well, no, because he said it has to be the shoulder strap for you, so it's just, you know, it's certain pieces of gear. I don't know. That's weird. And I'm starting to see why it took them a damn near a year to get this content out. They made it needlessly complex and hard to get, but they didn't add any fun in. They just made it needlessly hard to get.
massive thing for most players, right?
No.
This is mostly just the mental gymnastics and the mathematic dancing you have to do if you're trying to play this game in any capacity optimally or efficiently, which, you know...
I think the dog could do with more smiley faces. There we go. That's better.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's like, it's just so awkward. Like, what the... So, I had to spend today thinking about this. I had to spend today parsing this out in my head. I'm not a Mythic Raider. I'm doing it so I can explain it to you guys fairly handily and understand it myself. All the Mythic Raiders have to go through this and think about it. They have to go, oh, how do I fucking plan this out? You know, how do I, like, my entire wall's a whiteboard and drawing all over like crazy.
I don't give a fuck about Mythic Raiders. If you've got the skill to be that good at video games, fuck you. And I'm jealous. But why are we making fucking systems for the 1%? Like, they're always going to be the best. Always going to be the best. So, fuck them. Like, make systems that benefit 99% of the other player base that plays your game. And I'm not saying make it casual, but I'm saying if Mythic is high end and LFR is low end, make it for heroic raiders. Make things based off of, you know, heroic difficulty. I think that's where most of us live. Fuck the Mythic Raiders. I'm sorry, but fuck them. If they don't like the game because it's too easy, like, it's already too easy for them. What happens? They farm and they beat their heads against the wall for fucking 50 hours straight every fucking day, and they're on the game, you know, fucking for weeks on end, for like a month straight, and they race to world first, they get it on farm and they quit, or they go actually, you know, or they quit their mythic, or their mythic side, and they go play with the people that they actually like. Like, mythic raiding isn't even fun for the Mythic Raiders. They just they're gonna beat the shit out of it either way. Stop making the game overly complicated and hard and cumbersome with these RNG fucking tactics that nobody enjoys. For the fucking Mythic Raiders, who are just going to shit stomp your fucking content anyways, and ruins the experience for everyone else. Like, fuck that.
It's like, okay, how do I map this out efficiently?
So all Mythic Raiders are just smearing shit in the walls, like.
Yeah. Also, all of this stuff is kind of new and coming out of nowhere. Patch notes, PTR stuff. You don't have much time to plan it, so you're losing your marbles trying to get all the stuff together. And the designers doing that have done the same. They're like, how do we get this together, get it in, throw it together. How will this fit into our grand schemes? Get the.
There's no fucking way a developer was rushed. It's been 8 months. There's no fucking way that they've been rushed.
The gearing curve sorted, but what weeks will people earn specific bits of gear? You know, is it boss 5 that'll have the helmet?
If you were rushed,
shit, but boss 2 has the shoulders. Fuck, how do we do this? How do we figure this out?
Complicated.
Like, why?
Because you wanted to.
Why have you done this?
To fuck over
But Matt,
1% of the
do
players.
you not remember that this is quite similar to tier sets, and that in fact,
What the fuck is he doing to that mic? The fuck is he doing to that mic?
tier sets are something people want. Yo.
So I'm gonna say this. I think
So I've seen some regarding the. There's been people
I like that
talking
mic, though.
about the like defending this. You know, the whole
Yeah.
some bits are locked out, so it's just like tier sets. Where it's like there are some differences. There
Yeah.
are some
it's
differences.
like-
It makes you can't really use these tier sets as defense, but this is a bit stupid.
yeah. I mean, I did sort of. This is pretty quickly written, but I was thinking about how is it like tier sets? How is it not like tier sets? And here's the best part. So there are 2 ways it's like tier sets. One, it locks out your sockets. So you go right here's you've got your helmet,
locks out
shoulders,
slash
fills.
is a nice, satisfying base.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so there you go. It fills a socket, or a slot. You don't have to worry about that again. Great, fantastic. It is also like tier sets because you get stronger in a significantly, like in a pretty
Game-changing way.
big way compared to just regular item level gearing,
yeah.
where you get a significantly large bonus for getting a specifically good bit of gear. So it does that kind of scaling up over time pretty nicely, especially combined with the Stygian Embers, where they know, well, people will be coming in with rank 3 gems this week. Or, they'll come in with rank 2 gems, and then rank 3 the next week, and then rank 5 2 or 3 weeks later. Stuff
This
like
is
that.
the most convoluted version of walking into Ice Crown Citadel and
Yeah.
Varian giving you like 5% more damage one week.
Yeah, it's a complicated version of that. But then there's all the ways it doesn't act like tier sets. One, doesn't actually do anything for your gameplay. You don't get a tier set and go, or you don't get a domination socket filled and then go, right, I get extra holy power from my Hammer of Wrath.
Oh, okay.
Or
I see
anything,
what you're saying.
anything like that. It's
I
not
see
like,
what you're saying.
oh, my holy shock now is 3 times healing.
It's not like being a paladin in patch 5.4, wasn't it? 5.4 gave you guys the really cool, I'm just a crazy proc-filled light show.
Yeah, it's like
Tier set.
it's no longer like insert meme about Thanos putting the last gem in the gauntlet. Nothing like that. We're like, I have unlimited power now. Let's go. This is gonna be really fun.
Yeah, so it actually doesn't have the main exciting thing.
Yeah, it's just number up.
Yeah, so just boring.
Number up. The other one is unlike the other ones.
So,
Unlike
I mean, bigger numbers is not boring. It is fun. It's just, it can't be the only thing.
tier sets where you're getting, you've got your 2-part. Oh, I've got my 3-part. Sweet. When I get my 4-part, I'm going to pop off like crazy. In this one, it's literally one piece controls the majority of it, which is the set bonus, is like the biggest buff. But like we covered, you need one. Like, you need your shoulders for Frost 1 or chest for the Blood 1. And it doesn't activate all the shards, but it activates the important part, which is the kind of thing where I feel like that'll be very frustrating for players who are unlucky with drops.
Oh man, can you imagine? Can you imagine? We have a joke in our guild, no weapons for Kafsi, because the man's not allowed to get weapon drops. And if it turns into no weapons and no helms for Kafsi, that man's actually going to pop.
Yeah, of course he is. It's that, and then no helmet for Kafsi, like
Yeah.
no helmet for Kafsi.
And if we say it now and we sort of incant it,
Yep.
then it will be so.
Yeah, Yeah. And what else? Yeah, it's like it's a case of it's different to tier sets because it lasts longer because you're getting your ember all the time.
Back in Firelands, I think I had to buy obsidian cleavers because I could not get a weapon drop, like, at all. I don't think I got a single one and I rated it every week. But yeah, the entire expansion I didn't get one.
And it'll take a while to get up to rank 5 gems instead of, oh, you got lucky, it's sorted.
Yeah.
Happy days. There's a lot more variance there, which is kind of awkward. And then there's also, you're limited by time, which you technically are for tier sets,
Yeah, they are.
but significantly less so.
There's just less stuff.
Yeah, it's less locked over time, and then it's...
I think the big one.
The last one, which is the biggest one, and the biggest part to do with the... What do you call it? The biggest problem with the sets, like the slots being locked out, is the fact that there are 5 of them. There are 5 bits of gear with domination sockets. If you're not wearing all of them, you're a dickhead.
Yo.
That's what the game is telling you.
Yep.
It's not like you've got 6 tier bits and a 4 set bonus. It's just put all 5 on, or you're a goon.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like there's a reason why there would be 6 bits of tier, but you didn't need...
Well, it's because it's too fucking complicated. It's because they couldn't balance the damn thing. Like, it's crazy that the point they made earlier, which is kind of funny, about the ICC, you get 5% each week. That's what they're doing with the socket so that they're being upgraded or whatever. But, like, wouldn't it just be fucking easier to have weekly nerfs or to have weekly buffs on the instance itself? And you don't even have to release fucking patch notes for it. If that's what you want to do through the gearing process, and it's really just about the instance, about rating, then fuck it. But I don't think that the cost of time justifies what we got. It's cool that they're upgradable, but the fact that they had to balance all of that shit on each level for each week to keep up with the fucking mythic first world race, fuck the mythic first world race. I don't give a fuck. I gotta play this shit for... I'm telling you, man, I think we're in for another fucking 8 months of shit. I think we're in for another 8 months before the next patch comes out. And they spent all their time on this? It's trash.
Need all 6 for the set bonus.
Yep. Great. That was cool because it's like, if you get the one you want, sweet. If you don't get the one you want, it's fine. You can reuse bits of gear, you can swap around. If you're hyper optimal, you can literally swap out tier sets for things with better stats and like move them around as necessary. I remember having fun with that in Legion when I was swapping tier set stuff around, and then with legendaries, where I think for like one raid, I put a suboptimal legendary on because I could also have my tier set, and then the next time around, I had the optimal setup, and it was great.
So there's a message here from Peyton C, who says, "Will domination gear be relevant in patch 9.2?"
God, I hope
Fuck
not.
no. No, think about it. There's no way. No. So patch 9.2 brings in patch sets. What?
Yeah.
9.2 brings in tier sets, right?
But this is tier sets, just in a form you didn't expect.
So 9.2 is supposed to bring in tier sets. Now, those tier sets are going to be clashing with... all of this has happened before, and all of this will happen again. These tier sets will, of course, clash with the domination sockets. And I think that is almost certainly intentional on Blizzard's behalf.
Yeah.
They wasted all that fucking time and all this balancing for the fucking mythic race, and it's only good for 8 months. This patch is gonna last 8 months. Because now they're going to completely redo the entire system and all the scaling and all the balancing the new tier set's going to bring in, which everyone wants. Everyone wants tier sets back. They don't want them back because of the stat bump. They want them back because of the cool shit. And because they look badass. But the fact that all of this time and effort, and we were sitting there farming Nathria while they were putting all this work into these, and they're just going to throw them away, that's actual bullshit.
because I think they know that people would be happy enough to replace the domination socket system with a tier set, because it's a fucking tier set, right? It's something that everybody knows, that everybody wants. Yep. So because of that, I really cannot see a future where domination gear is going to be a thing in patch 9.2. Now, it could just be that, like, it will be active at the start of 9.2, and, you know, maybe you'll want to wait until you get, like, your 2-set bonus before you start to flip over to the new gear. I mean, who knows, the item levels and stuff. Or maybe they'll just deactivate it. I don't know. But no, I do think that in patch 9.2, it will be superseded by another gearing system. And I think that gearing system will almost certainly be returned to tier sets, which I absolutely welcome.
I have a terrible fear that this is a dry run for tier sets. And they won't bring us back tier sets in the way we expect tier sets with all the positives. I feel like kind of the way this is, you know, 100%. This is like tier sets, but there's a big pile of why it's not. I feel like that's what tier sets are. I'm terrified of what tier sets look like, because
I think Blizzard's terrified of the community and what's going to happen if we get another fucking 8-month patch and they keep delivering us this bullshit. And I don't think they want to throw away that fucking work because they don't want to give us an 8-month patch. I think they're fucking terrified of what's going to happen because everybody's leaving. Nobody likes the game. This is horseshit. And like, fuck them if they're gonna throw away all this work that I've been sitting here waiting for. I've been waiting for this fucking patch for months. For months, dude. And now, you know, he's saying, fuck it, I guess it's gonna be completely irrelevant. It better fucking not be. It better have been worth something. And if it's not, if they really are gonna throw it all away, they better not take as long as they took this time to put it out. I'm not gonna wait another fucking 8 months for a fucking patch. Just for it to be subpar, mediocre bullshit. I mean, I'll probably get my tier set no matter what because I want to collect it. But other than that, I'll fucking quit the game.
Because I really doubt they'll just be like, here's your tier sets from Legion of the Back. I just expect it'll be, here's tier sets, but we've done a twist. So we've gated them better. We've progressed them nicely.
If they do that, and if they fuck up tier sets, people will be able to just compare them to old system that was there and worked.
Yeah.
And I don't think it will be good for Blizzard. I have a suspicion they will try to do that.
Blizzard isn't good for Blizzard, bro.
I really hope it doesn't happen and we just get regular old tier sets, because that's what I'll be praising if should it come. And hopefully it does. Surreal domination sockets, I think the TLDR is the idea good. The sort of the broad strokes, okay. Specific bits of the implementation, a bit less okay.
Yeah,
and that's
for sure.
That situation. It's going to be fine enough. I mean, Heroic Curve Raider, right? I'll be getting the benefits of this system and not that many of the downsides because I'm not going to have to kill myself to hyper optimize. It's just the sort of thing. Whenever we see a new system come in, and you know, there's pickable holes in it that seem obvious. I think we should sort of pick at those because well, it's worth thinking about things, right? Thinking is good. Thinking is good.
Yeah, that's it. Like.
That was fucking depressing. I hope that shit doesn't happen. I really hope that shit doesn't happen. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm looking forward to tier sets. But man, I don't trust Blizzard to do them right. And I think that's really the sentiment, is that nobody trusts Blizzard anymore to do anything. Alright, yeah. Peace.